Since I was a little kid, I've had friends' parents who were law enforcement officers, and just hearing their stories and their experiences, it kind of captivated me. And I'm all about like people that follow like the law and like how they should be acting, and like being able to enforce the law to make sure that nobody's getting away with anything that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, that's great. And now I see on here that you have experience with a community service program called Blankets for the Homeless. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so my karate school one year decided to get all the students together, and we broke off into groups, and we made blankets for the homeless, and we got like donations of jackets and blankets and stuff that we filled up an entire van with them, and they took them and distributed them to the homeless and whatnot.
Wow, that's a great experience.
How'd you feel after that?
Very rewarding.
Yeah.
Knowing that I could make that many tie blankets, I was shocked that I could do it.
I was gonna ask what kind of blankets it was. So is it the kind that you tie on the ends?
Yeah.
That's great. So do you often find yourself seeking opportunities to give back to the community?
When I have the chance to, yes.
That's great. So can you tell us about a time where you encountered a challenge and how you overcame that?
I guess the challenge that I faced was I'm on the demo team at my karate school, so there's each year we have a few openings because kids go off to college and stuff, and a challenge I had was one person was added on that I personally did not think qualified to be on the team, but the coach decided to put them on, and at first there was a lot of friction between us. We were always butting heads, we didn't get along, and so one day I decided, you know what, I'll let them do what they want. But I decided to be nice to them and kind of support what they were doing. And it kind of eased the tension to the point where now we're able to work together without fighting over something and telling each other, oh, that's a bad idea. Instead of being like, well, maybe we can improve it this way.
That's a great example because, you know, in policing, right, it's all about conflict and working well with others, and not just the community members, but police officers, you know, fellow police officers. So that really shows me that you have what it takes. What other qualities do you have that you think could follow you through your career as a police officer? What are your strong qualities?
I'm very disciplined. When I started karate, I was disciplined, but I wasn't to the point where I am today, you know. I'm very respectful to people when I encounter them. I don't say anything mean to them. I try to make sure it's always something that will make them feel good. I'm very confident in what I do, so if I'm pursuing something, I'm confident that I'll get it done, and that whatever I do is the best way to go. Another skill I have is, I guess I would say, is professionalism.
I love it.
Yeah.
One of the classes I had in high school, we had to wear a uniform.
Disregard what I just did. I was taping you, hit the wrong button.
I had to wear a uniform every time we had a guest speaker come in, so I would always make sure my uniform was nice and clean. The wrinkles were very minimal, and that when I was leaving the class, I'd always shake the person's hand and thank them. I would try and ask questions to learn more about their career.
That's a great experience. Can you tell me a little bit about the program that you were part of?
So I was part of the Concord Regional Technical Center criminal justice class. The program, the first year, is for juniors, and you learn about how police officers work. You know, you learn like how to stop a car, what gives them probable cause to arrest someone or search a car. You learn about trials and the laws. You learn kind of like what trials influence certain laws, like what cases created laws. Then the second year, it's very competitive. You're taking the 40 juniors and narrowing it down to 20, so we have to, throughout the year, have really good grades. With the criminal justice program, we had to run 1.5 miles every quarter. So we were running throughout the year. We had to do certain exercises to kind of keep up. And at the end of the year, the teacher and the director would sit down, like look at the grades and decide, you know, who should come back, who should we not ask to come back. And then in your senior year, it's more about focusing on more pace stuff. So you know, what laws were created that affected police officers and what they can do as an officer.
Wow, I mean, that is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Do you think the programs really helped you to prepare for future?
Teacher wasn't so good, everything else.
Hey.
See you guys.
Sorry
to interrupt,
Definitely has helped. I've been able to meet people in the industry and get to learn different points of views. Like, I didn't know we had a Marine Patrol in New Hampshire. Like, that was something interesting to learn and kind of take a look at that as well.
Right, a lot of opportunities out there, right, that you maybe didn't think about before. Awesome.
That's great. So do you have any questions for us? I wanna make sure that, you know, if you have anything you'd like to learn more about, we have the time to answer that.
So, after this interview process, what should I expect to come within the next couple of weeks or so?
Do you want to answer that question?
Sure, so what we'll do is we're also interviewing several other individuals, and we're gonna be taking a look at them. You should, within a week, hear back from another lieutenant, and he will let you know to come in, if you pass the first round, to make it into the second round. And if after that, you make it into the second round, there will be a physical fitness test that you'll have to, I don't know if you're aware of the Cooper standards, but we'll have to do the physical fitness test as well, in order to pass, in order to get to the next level of being a police officer, going to the academy.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
any other questions or anything we could answer?
No, that is it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank
We'll
you.
be in
Thank
touch soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.